Welcome, Solex Nation. It's so good to be back with you tonight. We have just a couple of quick announcements.
Yeah.
We have a really fun call planned for tonight, so we're excited to get to that. But first, we want to talk to you a little bit about Day of Discovery. We need to explain a little bit more about Day of Discovery.
Yeah, I think we've had a few questions come in, so let's clarify a few aspects of the Day of Discovery. So obviously, you know, if you've been paying attention to any of the last calls, which if you haven't, I don't blame you, but Day of Discovery is going to be March 4th. Well, is it everything have to be watched on March 4th?
The answer to that is no, it does not.
No, our plan is to have that video content as a kind of a pick your own adventure.
Well, actually, before you continue, maybe I should explain. It's a virtual event, but one thing that we didn't really clear up is that it's not a live virtual event.
Yeah, it's not going to be on March 4th at the beginning of the day. We're going to be on stage and it's a live streaming out to you.
Right.
What it is we have several, hours and hours of content that's pre-recorded and prepared and designed for this event.
Yes, so basically classes. So you can go in and you can watch, you can pick and choose if you want to. We would suggest watching everything, but
yes,
if there's
of course.
Something that
especially
that
my
not,
part.
If there's something that's not interesting to you, like Kai's part, you don't have to watch it. So go in
that was rude.
And choose the classes that you'd like to watch. You can rewatch them in that time frame,
yep.
But on the 10th, it will be gone.
Yeah.
So it's only available for those 7 days. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. So March 4th, available till the 10th. You can pick and watch in whatever order you'd like the videos that we have for you for Day of Discovery. If you want to watch everything, you can. If you only want to watch segments, you can. You know what? The other thing that I think that we'll point out is there will be, at least we're anticipating, putting together documents for various parts or various segments of the Day of Discovery. That will be just like in the live event where we hand out documents. There'll be downloadable PDFs on different areas for you to use.
It's going to be a great event. I'm excited for all the content that we have. And
well, it wouldn't be appropriate. We have to, if we're going to finish Day of Discovery, we have to say that the swag bag, if you want the swag bag, which a lot of people do, and we have seen quite a few signups even in the last week, that ends on January 31st.
It does. We actually just got a huge shipment here of some things that are going into the swag bag.
Yep.
That some of the employees said, can we have one of those and can we take them home?
Yeah, and we said no, you can't. After Day of Discovery, we'll figure out what's left.
That's right. That's right. So we're excited for that. So that's Day of Discovery. Yeah. The next announcement, we're going to remind you of this over the next couple of weeks. But starting the beginning of February, we will no longer be holding these weekly updates on the Zoom channel. What we're going to do is switch over to YouTube Premiere. It's similar to Zoom where you can still chat with us and ask questions. And it will still be at the same time, same day of the week.
Yep.
But we're moving over to YouTube Premiere because after a lot of testing, we have found that the sound and the video quality is just a much higher quality on YouTube Premiere. So that's
and we already have. Since I think our first one was in November-ish, we already have had and seen and invited you several times to start to warm up to YouTube Premiere. Premiere is not a special subscription.
It's not.
Premiere is just an event that takes place on YouTube. So if you have access to YouTube and you subscribe to the Solex LLC page, which we encourage you to do that, you'll get notification of when a premiere is coming. In fact, what you'll see is Solex LLC having a premiere in 1 hour or something to that effect. Yes. You'll see the countdown. That will then play live. You can't restart that when it's in live, but then after the live production is done, it's there on YouTube just like normal. You can rewatch it to your heart's content. Please do so, to your heart's content. And I hope the content is many, many times. Right?
We would like that. Okay, last week we had a little contest.
Yes,
so we've been doing,
a playlist contest.
We've been doing this new thing on YouTube where you can go and see some suggestions that we give from corporate on different playlists, stuffy playlists that you can use. So go check those out if you haven't seen them. But last week we did a contest saying to comment on our video of our weekly update from last week, your playlist suggestions, and you would go and get into this drawing for
The bulk
Sugar
pellets,
pellets.
not just an individual, but the big box.
It'll last you a long time.
Yeah, it's going to last all year, hopefully.
Yeah. So let's choose.
Should we do drawing?
Yeah, let's do the drawing. We'll have Kai choose.
Okay.
And then do you want to read their playlist suggestion?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. All right, here we go. This is the winner. Brenda Wallach, congratulations. You won. Clearing peace, calm and tranquility, love, forgiveness, and gratitude, inner peace, health, strength, and recovery shield.
Love that.
Wonderful. Brenda, congratulations. We'll ship out that bulk pack of sugar pellets to you. Well done. Love that. We have had such rave reviews of the playlist. We hope that everybody continues to get involved. If you find a great combination for a playlist, post it, share it with the group, share it with us. We want to know how to better put those combinations together.
Yeah,
we want to learn from each other.
Let us know too what you would like to hear from us. We have another license plate we'd like to show you. These are great.
I love license plates. People, so many of them. If you saw like the end of the year repost with all of those license plates.
That was fun to see.
That was wonderful.
Yeah. So keep them coming. Remember, go to your DMV.
Solex. Get a Solex one.
He likes the Solex plate. Lauren has the AO scan. Remember, we've gotten this question a few times. We do not hand out the license plates. Those are actually from your DMV. Mm-hmm. So that's where people are getting these. But this one we'd like to show you today is Sandra Ortega Day King.
Congratulations, Sandra. Great job. Now, we give away something with these plates.
Sandra, you are going to get a Solex silver coin, and you're now part of the Legacy Group. Now, once those coins are gone, Legacy Group is closed.
Yeah.
So we're getting close.
Yeah, we're narrowing in on how many coins. There was a fixed amount from day one, and once they were gone, they were gone.
Yeah.
And so,
speaking of giving away coins, though.
Okay.
We have top enrollers this week, and so we always give a coin to our top enroller.
Yes.
But instead of starting with our top enroller, let's start with our second place. So you tell us the week.
Okay, this is January 3rd through the 9th. And so we have a tie.
For the second place.
For second place.
Yes.
Norman Hargrove and Kristen Carlson are tied for second place.
Congratulations.
Well done. Good work. Way to kick off the year, get things going.
That's right. All
right, but we have first place, not a tie here.
Yeah, tell us who the first place is.
All right, first place is James Bix. Congratulations, James. A Solex silver coin is being sent to you. Way to kick off 2022 by getting some enrollments, building your team.
One thing about James, he probably doesn't have any idea what the Legacy Group is because he just signed up in January.
Whoa, okay.
He's our top enroller.
And already the top enroller. Well done,
congratulations.
James. You can't hear it, but everybody's clapping for you on this video right now. All around, all the audience.
All right, well, like we said at the beginning, we have a fantastic call for you, so let's get into it.
Okay. Have you ever had that experience where you're in a room with maybe a close friend or a family member and you're listening to a piece of music and at the same time you start singing the same line of music together in unison, essentially where your frequencies are aligned with that piece of music? I am so intrigued at one of the aspects of the scanner that I want to talk a little bit about how frequencies can be prepped within the body to receive and to communicate within the body, not just for what we take in, but also for what we put out. When we think about frequencies, it is a wavelength transmitted over time. Have you ever seen the movie The Da Vinci Code? Do you know that part where Robert Langdon, it's part of his skill set, right? He's this master of decoding information, complex, not necessarily in-your-face information, and he has this ability to read a line of letters or numbers or the mix of them, and in the movie, the display is that the information he's trying to pick up light up as he sees it, and he picks out the different parts of the different codes he's trying to put together in order to receive that information. Well, when we talk about frequencies, that great example is showing us how Robert Langdon in this scenario has a frequency aligned within his brain using his eyes and ears to pick up and see specific information that is static, either on a piece of paper or on a wall or somewhere else. You and I tend to have the same experience and can actually produce that experience with the scanner. In the scanner, I'm going to focus on just one aspect of Quick Scan, one aspect that I really enjoy and love. It is the under Quick Scan, the focus feature, where you can click on focus and it's going to emit a frequency that you can pick up and train and prepare the brain to be able to focus on whatever it is you need to focus on. Essentially, it's going to give your brain the state in which, for me, the way I use it, information can be received and stored. And so I'll run a quick charge for just a couple minutes on focus when I really want to dive in and dig into a piece of information that I am interested in retaining and possibly connecting the dots of that information with other pieces of information over time. Well, what's happening there? What is happening is that there was a frequency being emitted that I can pick up, and then that wavelength is being processed within my brain so that I am being made ready to receive whatever it is that I want to bring into that space for use. Okay, let's make a more practical example. If you were to take an apple and put it on the scanner and do an imprint of that dose of an apple into sugar pellets, you're not necessarily getting all of the nutrients of that apple. In fact, you aren't consuming the apple. You're just imprinting the frequency of an apple into sugar pellets. Well, when you take those sugar pellets, are you getting the apple? No, you're not getting the apple. You're getting the frequency of that apple. How does this match up, and what's one of the best ways to use that apple or that imprinting on the sugar pellets? Well, you can take the sugar pellets, and that creates the frequency state within the body to now actually make best use of consuming the apple. That way, when the nutrients arrive into the system of the body, it actually is aligned on a frequency basis to utilize, to identify, and actually put into production the best use of those nutrients. The scanner has so many possibilities, and this is just a simple approach into understanding how we can best make use, maybe if it's of a quick charger or something to that effect, where we actually put ourselves into the state of frequency to do something or receive something that makes sense for us. And we are in charge of how the frequencies are used within the body. I hope this little tip for today makes use for you. I know that I use the focus, and I'm going to use so many others as I get my alignment of frequency with the world around me and how I want to make best use of what is going on in my day-to-day life. Hello, everyone. I want to invite you to welcome a special guest on our call. This is Dr. Kevin Gursky. He comes from the great state of Texas, right?
That's right.
That's right. He has graciously accepted the invitation just to share a little bit of his experience with us on this call. You don't know this, but many of you are also raving fans of the pet part of the scanner. But Dr. Gursky has been a big part of tying and identifying so many pieces and parts and clarifying what we have in the PET scanner. So if you love the PET scanner, Dr. Gursky is a great reason why you love the PET scanner. If you hate it, that's my fault. That's my mistake, right? That's how we work this. That's how we work it out. So Dr. Gursky, when he was first exposed to the scanner, like me, who didn't have a great deal of background with the AO scan technology, we were a bit of skeptics. Exactly. We were like, okay, what's going on when you're sending out frequencies and receiving information?
Right. What is this voodoo?
What is this voodoo, right? Right?
Exactly.
But you've actually had quite a few very specific experiences that kind of caused you to jump in with both feet now.
Exactly.
Because you've had
things you can measure numerically.
Yeah.
Situation. So I'll share one of those with you.
Yeah.
When I first was introduced to the AO scan, let me back up with my little bit of my background. For 25 years, I was a farrier. I've been a horseman, trained horses, broke horses, and shod horses for, like I say, 25 years plus. And before I was a veterinarian, I'm trained at a classic vet school. The only vet school, Texas A&M. Just kidding.
You got to put a plug in.
There are a few other vet schools out there
that
we'll recognize. But we look at things as a farrier, as a veterinarian, and specifically as a horse vet. That's my specialty. We look at a horse. We've got to be able to take the part of the body that's ailing the horse and either physically or medically fix it. You put something in his vein, you put something on his foot that stops the pain, stops the lameness, whatever it's going to be. That's my mindset, or that was my mindset.
Yeah. Which is common, though.
Right,
I mean, that's common in the medical space, period. In fact, I was talking to a doctor out of New York last night where she says, the Western medicine is all molecular.
Right.
You need to be able to see it and touch it and do something with it to manipulate it in order to resolve the problem.
Exactly. And without being too technical, this is also molecular. Every molecule has a rectus form or a sinister form, which is, if any of y'all went through college chemistry, one molecule, the rectus spins to the right, sinister spins to the left, and it's the same. It will be the same enantiomer, the same molecule, same molecular structure, but it spins a different way, makes a different substance.
Yeah.
So same. That's what we're talking about. It's what makes the frequencies,
and that's why many of us love that. There are people who love that stuff and loved college chemistry.
Right.
When there are plenty of us that didn't.
Right.
And don't enjoy that, and we went the other route of like law school.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easier.
Humanities as opposed to science.
Yes, it works. We need specialists.
Yeah, we got to have lawyers to get us out of trouble whenever we.
That's right. Okay, so you have this background.
Right, and I was contacted by somebody that was very familiar with Solex and AO Scan to come help their horse, and. I came out, looked the horse over, did what I could, and I mean it was a successful meeting. But the first thing as soon as we got through, she said, "Look, I've got this product." So as a veterinarian,
you're being pitched something.
Yeah, there's I get anywhere from 8 to 12 products that somebody aside from salesmen that are actually taking me to lunch and trying to pitch something that they've already got going. There's a lot of guys that are always, a lot of people, ladies and guys, trying to pitch me a new product and do something that will, it's bigger and better and will help a horse.
Yeah, but there was no lunch tied to this product.
Right, there was no lunch.
It was come out and fix my horse.
Right, come fix my horse.
And then let me tell you about this product.
And then she starts telling me about the product. So of course, I was very nice. We can ask her if I was nice, but I got another horse I got to go look at, but thank you.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't stop. So she was on the phone with me several times, not only talking about her horse, but also talking about the AO Scan. And we got to be pretty good friends, just talking, chatting, talking horses. We knew a lot of the same people in the horse industry. And one day I was just sharing with her that we had a horse that we've been trying to get bred at my clinic. The mare had been trying to get bred for 4 years. We haven't been able to get it done. She got endometriosis, can't seem to get a handle on it. Antibiotics, give her Caslix, all kinds of stuff, everything that we know to do.
Yeah, everything from that outside physical touch, feel, inject.
Exactly. We can't get her to hold an embryo long enough to even flush it, which we've only got to keep an embryo in the uterus for 11 days to get it flushed, so we can't even get that. I've been palpating her. I know she's ovulating. I know she's built. So a follicle is a cyst or water-like blister that comes up on the ovary that the egg is inside. It bursts and the egg goes into the fallopian tubes and down to the uterus where it hopefully meets a sperm cell and becomes a pregnancy.
Yeah.
She said, "Why don't you let me scan this mare?" Okay. Well, yeah, I've got to do some things to her tomorrow. It won't hurt anything. Come out and scan the mare.
Yeah.
We'll have a cup of coffee.
Non-intrusive.
Right.
Nothing.
Just
we're
come
not
on
going
out.
to change anything.
So, I had told her about the mare not getting bred, but she knew nothing about the diagnostics on the mare. This was totally on the up and up. She scanned the mare for me, and it picked up on endometriosis, picked up on E. coli in the reproductive tract, some things that we would expect. This mare's anatomy was in such a way, without getting overly graphic, that a lot of times older mares, the weight of the uterus and the weight of the rectum starts pulling the anatomy in a way that we expect to have E. coli contamination in the vestibule of the vagina.
We won't put an image up of this mare
Right.
in
Exactly.
those circumstances.
Exactly. It's not a good picture. But so we scanned the mare, and all those things show up. But what really stopped me in my tracks and put a number on how real this thing was and how real the diagnostics was on this. I had palpated her minutes before, and we scanned the mare, rectally palpated, so I had reached in and physically measured the size of this
the
follicle on the ovary, and it was on the left ovary. And when we got through with the scan, it showed a great deal of inflammation on the left ovary. We didn't, at that time, we haven't developed the number system yet, which, stay tuned. But that right there, that told me, hey, this thing picked up on something that I can put my finger on.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Yeah, you literally can put
I can
your finger
put my finger on that,
it.
and I can measure it. And it was, a 40 millimeter follicle. It's ready to ovulate, and the scanner picked that up. So, and we had several other instances that I'll share at later dates, but things that not only that diagnostically I already knew about a horse, already had taken the time to diagnose and know exactly what we had, but in instances where we weren't sure what was going on, and I felt like this was going on, and later on we found out the scanner was actually better than the experts in those situations. So it got me intrigued, and I mean, it's just going to get better and better. This thing is going to be something that's going to build. It's going to prolong the life of our pets and prolong the quality of the life of the pets. I think.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I see where we're going. With any of the drugs, with any drug, you have, if it's effective, you have an equal and opposite adverse effect.
Yeah.
So not exactly opposite on that particular body system, but if it's effective on the cardiac region, it's going to have an adverse effect somewhere else. A lot of times on the kidneys, a lot of times on the liver.
And you're looking for that typically when you're treating.
So when you're treating the animal, I may give you 5 more years with your dog. 2 of them are going to be good, maybe 3 of them. The other 2 are going to be a little tough, and we've all dealt with that the last 2 years of our dog's life, and we're just, if he'll just take another bite of food, and I think we can stop that, or get really close to not having that with this, because we can do away with adverse effects. We're not ever going to do away with adverse effects completely. Well, maybe, but in a lot of instances, I think we can make the animal's life, we can make them live until they die.
Yeah.
And
I love that. And first of all, I love the optimism, obviously, in that, in just even the notes of, well, maybe, we can do, because we don't know the end of what's available to this, especially as we peel back another layer of the health onion. We talked about molecular, and we're going to talk about frequency. I have a question for you. When you observed the scan, they weren't doing a PET scan.
Right.
At the time. Right.
So I had to take the comparative anatomy of the human and apply that to the horse.
Yeah.
Which we all, in a horse, the comparative anatomy, we all, some of us would know. Your middle finger is the horse's bottom foot. That's your P3, P2, P1. That's the pastern of the horse.
Okay.
And then your metatarsal is the bone that comes up here. This is the horse's cannon bone. The knee of the horse is actually your carpus, your wrist. So everything is comparative to, we can take a comparative anatomy. If you know how to do it, we can look at the human side right now, but we're going to get it to where we don't have to do that.
To do that, yeah.
Everybody can look at their pet and say, this is what's going on in my pet.
So would you say, as we, like the PET scan that we have out there, we've taken the initial stride of the comparative anatomy to make that linkage, but there is so much available to us to build into the scanner for accuracy and precision as you tie frequency to the health or the benefits and the well-being of that dog, cat, horse, bird.
Absolutely. The closer we get to having the anatomy real in those species, we can find out more about those specific vibrations of the frequency, and we'll hone this thing down to where, we've talked, and there's, from everybody we've talked with so far, we're not going to get 100% accuracy.
Right.
I never say never, but something will pop up.
Yeah.
But 85% accuracy, that's more accurate than a blood test.
Yes.
That's more accurate than any other examination. If we're 70% accurate on an MRI, and an MRI is nearly real-time picture
imagery
of whatever structure you're looking at. That's 70%.
Yeah.
So
and we're pacing much better than that.
We're 15% higher than that with this.
Yep. So. Well, you've had Dr. Gursky's had, that's one experience. He's had so many other experiences that he's actually documenting for us, documenting for himself as far as the experiences that he's having. In fact, you've relayed other ones to me.
Right.
One of the things, and he may not remember this, though, this is part of the jumping in with both feet, is we had a call after he's gone through and had so many experiences with animals and the scanner, and albeit he's tying the difference between the human scan and the animal structure on his own in order to make sense of what's going on and what information he's gathering. But he says, after he has his experience, he goes, I need to know how this works.
Exactly.
I need to understand what is going on for the accuracy of an unintrusive scan to be as good as, and sometimes better than, what you're doing on the other side where you're touching the thing, right?
Pulling blood out and looking at dissecting the blood out and seeing what we've got. This scan is just reading frequencies, and for a long time that was hard for me to get my head around. But it's coming around. Still don't have. I still don't. You're never happy with the knowledge that you have. But I'm a lot farther along than I was 6 months ago.
Yep. Well, I want everybody to know Dr. Gursky, and he's already a champion for the AO scan technology. He's out knocking doors, so to speak, with other veterinarians, bringing people into the Solex family to refine and have review of this expertise that we are just taking every day a new step, a new stride towards better precision. With that, let me make one final note. To the lady who pitched you on this product after you scanned her or worked on her horse, you never know, everyone. You never know when you're going to bring in the next Dr. Gursky into the Solex family by you being persistent in your efforts of what you're doing. You don't know what connection you're going to bring. And that's not just for the benefit of you or just the benefit of Solex. What that is collectively, that's the benefit of everybody who in the future has exposure to the benefit, and let me just say blessing, of the frequencies and learning more about frequencies. We love having you. We're going to have Dr. Gursky a lot more around the Solex environment. I hope you look forward to that. Maybe I'll say, day of discovery. We may have you. Okay, good. Okay, everybody, we hope you enjoyed the time tonight or on this call with Dr. Kevin Gursky. We love having him here. He's a treasure for us already. And so watch the call again. Listen to this expert give you some great information.
Okay, Deb and I, we're hijacking the call. What are we going to do, Deb?
I say, I want to give something away.
We never get to give stuff away.
Let's give lots of stuff away.
Lots of stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
why not?
What do you want to give away?
Well, first off, I think the water sticks are pretty cool.
I love those
Don't you
water
think the water
sticks.
sticks are pretty cool?
They are, but you know what my favorite thing is? What do you think my favorite
Oh,
thing is?
I know what your favorite
What?
thing is. Bracelets. And
Look
the colorful
how cute.
ones.
I know.
I
the
know.
shopper
This is how you
bracelet.
receive it.
Okay, let's give
Cute in a box with the bow.
a water stick and a bracelet to 3 people.
I'm game.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So here are the rules.
Okay.
If you have purchased a Day of Discovery ticket between forever ago and now, then you're in it. You have until Monday at midnight to purchase your Day of Discovery ticket. Everyone who has a ticket will be in the drawing for next week, and we will give away 3 bracelets and 3 water sticks. Now, they're going to 3 people. So if you win, you get both of these. We're going to choose 3 winners to get a bracelet and water stick. So this is fun.
This is fun.
I love it.
I do too.
I love it that we kicked Lauren and Kai out.
I do too.
They don't even know.
We should do it every week.
Let's do it.
Okay.
See you next week.